Coach, what went into some of those defensive assignments, especially late in the game? Looked like they were able to get to the rim, easily.
Some switches. I mean, it was all game long, on and off ball. Not communicating, not being physical into the ball. They had to stop behind threes, and then kind of carved us up off ball. At this stage of the season, it's stuff that we should have taken care of earlier this season, last year, whatever the case is, and play up and down to the level of our competition and let the team hang around, get the lead, and fight your way back and have your chances. Still guarded well enough to win one-on-one with all the mistakes we made. We missed some shots, turnover, and one down the stretch, but lack of communication is the main culprit. I feel like I'm louder than a lot of guys on the court from the sideline, and guys aren't hearing it, guys aren't switching, getting hit unders and slip outs, and like I said, basic stuff that we should have taken care of by now.
And with the outfield was tonight, he was just missing some point blank shots. Was it just a bad game from him? Is this something that you all are seeing, him not being able to finish at the rim?
I'm getting great looks, and once he usually converts, but it wasn't just him. A lot of guys had poor shooting nights.
With Reed, he had 30 points tonight, but it seems like in the overtime there was a couple of defensive lapses. Is that just kind of the give and take that you're trying to deal with right now with him?
Yeah, but it's Reed is learning on the fly and growing in that area, but it wasn't just Reed by any means. It was a lot of guys, and so not going to put it on Reed on the defensive end. Like I said, we were getting carved up off ball. Spent a good amount of shoot-around practice yesterday working on that specifically, and to be hurt by that is a little disappointing.
You started the game with the original starting five, and things were a little bit slow on offense. Late in the game, you went with Reed instead of Tari. What led to the switch? Is it something you anticipate going to more often to score on offense?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we were defending at a good enough level. I mean, we had a lot of mistakes, and so that was a lot to do with the start of the game. Reed obviously had to go in again there, and Tari had some foul trouble, and so we went with a different lineup there. They got us back in it, I think. But in general, we're looking at everything and what works best for us to start, to finish, whatever. And I think, like I've always said, is who ends the game and plays well is going to be in at the end. And Reed did that, so something to look at with the start. But just because it doesn't start doesn't mean he's not going to finish, and you saw it tonight.
When you say guys aren't communicating or talking defensively, in March, what's the best way to flip that and change that and get that started up again?
I mean, it's a little confusing, and guys are saying they're not hearing calls or talking out coverages, and some are saying they're hearing me more on the sideline than in the game, and so you got to communicate those out. Golden State's a really good off-ball team, and that's hurt us at times, but it's hard to communicate to others when you're not as confident as you need to be with what you're doing.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.